Really excited for the car we're testing today. We got the new Arma Talion EXB 1/7 scale. It's on the new longer chassis than the previous version of the Arma Talion. It says 75 miles an hour plus on the box. This truck is really long and low. You can tell it's really built for speed. It has the new belted deboot guitars. Should be really good for some high speed runs. All right, under the body we have all our EXB red anodized metal parts. Chassis braces, front and rear bulkheads, upgraded shocks. We have our 4074 2050 kV motor, 150 amp Spectrum ESC. It has the S665 steering servo. It has this 7075 aluminum chassis. It does get really narrow here at the back. Hopefully we don't have any problems. It does have a lot of bracing, so hopefully we don't bend anything. One thing I was a little shocked about, it comes with an SLT3. It doesn't have any type of DSC or AVC, which is kind of surprising for a truck at this price point. But maybe it's just so stable it doesn't need it. We'll find out. All right, we're going to be running it on 6S today. We're going to be doing some speed tests on and off road. We're going to start out with the stock gearing, see how it performs. I also got a set of Deboots Backflips to see if that works any better off-road. They're also a little taller, so we might get a little more speed out of it. Then we're going to swap over to the high-speed pinion and see if we could get that 75 miles an hour it says on the box. We'll bash around a little bit, see how it handles. This truck looks super fun. Hopefully we live up to the hype. Actually slides around a little bit on the pavement. Yeah, a little too much power for this surface. Brand new tires, maybe when they scrub in a little bit. Probably where AVC would have helped. No wheelies at all. That extra long wheelbase, but that's what they're going for. Give it a little speed run on the stock gearing. Drives very straight. I did ease onto the throttle not to spin out though. No worries about wheelies or anything. Let's see what that was. 53 miles an hour with the stock gearing. I was kind of hoping a little more stock gearing in case people really didn't want to throw in the high-speed pinion, but I think a lot of people are going to end up doing that. Try and get that 75 miles an hour it says on the box. Let's see how she does off-road a little bit. All right, rip around this field a little bit. A lot of dandelions. I think the tires are struggling for traction a little bit. Scare some geese. Wow, they're brave. Still a little dew on the grass. Really struggling for traction. Not much of a jump, but cool to see it fly. All right, we'll give it a rip through this field, see what its top speed is off-road. Grass is a little taller, ground is pretty uneven. Let's see how she does. Can barely even see it through the dandelions. I think we're gonna need to find a better field to try this. Let's see what that was so far though. Only 32 miles an hour. Yeah, we need to find a better field to try this out. It's really struggling in the wet, dewy grass, with these tires especially. Wow, look at all the junk I picked up from the dandelions just blasting through that field. Let's clean it out a little bit and try it on the backflips. So the backflips are quite a bit bigger. I'm not sure if this should be recommended if you're running the high-speed gearing. Maybe use the 4S backflips, but we're gonna give it a shot. All right, looks pretty mean on the bigger tires. Let's see how she handles. So these tires being unbelted will balloon a lot. They're also brand new, so they probably need to be scrubbed in a little bit. Actually think it handles on the pavement a little bit better too. It wanted to loop around pretty easy. Oh, right as I say that before. Let's see what it does for our top speed. If we could handle, if we could keep it straight with the non-belted tires. All right, top speed run, stock gearing, but with the bigger tires. Still pretty good, even though they're not belted. Let's see what that was. "62 miles an hour on the backflips. So almost an extra 10 miles an hour, just a little taller tire. Let's see if it does any better off-road. All right, with the bigger tires and a little more off-road style tread pattern, let's see if it does any better in the grass now. Night and day, actually. First wheelie out of it. Still kind of a handful to keep it straight. I really think this truck would have benefited from using AVC or something. Might be something I add to it anyways. Nice little wheelie into a front flip there. It was a cool power wheelie I couldn't let off. Much better with the Deboots Backflips. Flies nice. That was really cool. Didn't expect to get a front flip. All right, so far a lot of fun with the Arma Talion. Let's go find a more level field that we can do our off-road speed test in, see what our top speed is off-road. All right, we're back out at the normal field I do my off-road speed tests in. We're back on the stock tires. The grass is a little more manageable here, not taller than the truck itself, so should do a little bit better. Let's see what we get. Still see dandelions flying when it goes by. That was bad. She really rips. Very stable at speed. Let's bring it back and see what we got so far. I didn't start the test. All right, now let's see what that was. 45 miles an hour, much better. Now let's throw the backflips on and see what we get with those. All right, got the bigger backflips on it now. They got us almost 10 miles an hour more top speed on road. Let's see what we get off road. Wow, a lot more traction. She's ripping. Go around the tree. $54 miles an hour off-road, so almost about 10 miles an hour faster off-road with the Deboot backflips as well. All right, let's bash around a little bit and then we'll throw the high-speed pinion on there and see if we could get that 75 miles an hour. All right, we installed the high-speed pinion on the Arma Talion. It's all set up for 75 miles an hour now. We got the belted tires back on it. I'm not sure if I'm going to run it with the backflips with the high-speed gearing. I'll probably give it a little bit of a shot, but I'm worried about them blowing up. The parking lot I'm testing at has a pretty long road, but it isn't the smoothest road. But this is an off-road vehicle. I really hope we get that 75 miles an hour. And notice a little bit of cogging when you first start out. A little more throttle, you don't really notice it at all. I do gotta say, these tires don't get the best traction. Fun for donuts though. Just don't want to be doing donuts at 75 miles an hour. All right, start off with our speed runs while our battery's pretty much fully charged. Hopefully we got enough room here. Full throttle. Full throttle. See what that was. She was really ripping. I forgot to start the test. Full throttle. Full throttle. Let's give it one more. Good brakes. All right, let's see what that was. $71 miles an hour. Let's do one more. Got my camera on top there. Give it another speed run. Get a point of view. Gonna flat spot my tires. See if we beat that 71. $72 miles an hour. All right. Got the high-speed gearing. Not really supposed to bash off-road with it, but guitars really don't get enough traction. This truck does rip though. All right, this is probably against my better judgment, but got the high-speed gearing and the bigger tires on it. Don't want to blow up a tire. Don't think these tires are rated for 70 plus miles an hour, but I'm too curious. Got to see what happens. Full throttle. Started to lose it a little bit there. Full throttle. All right. Let's see with the bigger tires if we actually got the 75 miles an hour it's rated at. Good job for the backflips not blowing up either. Only 68 miles an hour. Battery's probably getting a little drained. Might be too much load for it. Might have let off a little early as well. All right, I did bring a fresh battery with me, and I wanted to get an onboard shot, maybe see those tires ballooning. And I really just want to beat that 75 miles an hour. So let's see what we can do. Once again, this is not recommended, the high-speed gearing with bigger tires, but give it a shot. Only touched full throttle for a second there. All right. If any of them got it, that was the one. Yep, only 70 miles an hour. I couldn't stay in it long enough. Those tires were ballooning so much it was darting around. So I'll just have to settle with 72. I'm sure on a perfectly smooth road, a little bit longer maybe, I could hit that 75. All right, so I've had a blast with the Arma Talion EXB. I'm a little bummed out I didn't get the 75 mile an hour plus that it says on the box, but I didn't have the perfect spot for doing top speed runs. It's really hard finding a spot you could go 70 plus miles an hour. The stock tires, the belted Deboots guitars, were very stable. They didn't get the best traction off-road. They even slid around on the pavement a little bit, but very stable at high speeds. But I really had more fun with it on the backflips. Definitely got a lot better traction off-road. Would actually wheelie and stuff off-road. I think I'm going to bump this back down to the stock gearing and then just run the bigger tires. I think that's the best combination I had. I didn't do any hard bashing, but got some air off some natural jumps, some landscape. Flew very nice and straight. Fairly easy to control in the air, even with the belted tires. This truck might not be for everyone though. If you're really more into big air bashing, really big sends, you should probably get a Arrma EXB. Those still do 65 miles an hour out of the box. The Talion would probably do better around a track, probably handles a little bit better with its low center of gravity. My only real complaint is I think it should have came with a better radio. Probably should have came with the DX3 with some AVC. I think the AVC with the stock tires would have worked a lot better. Wouldn't have been so easy to spin out. But I know most people who are buying these trucks are going to bind them to a different transmitter anyways. It does come with an SR315 receiver, so you can bind it to all your other DSMR controllers. All right, thanks for watching.